Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Advice to Think Twice. My name is Monica and I'm here with your weekly advice readings for the week starting July 11th, 2016. This is for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign. Thank you for being here. As always, keep in mind these are general readings only, so they're not going to apply to everybody watching. For a private reading specific to you, or to check out the special that I'm running, just go to the link in the description box below. It will take you to my website. And for now, just take away the messages that do make sense to you, that resonate with you in this general reading. So, Libra, you've got an interesting week ahead of you. I think you'll be making a lot of progress with the things that you've been working on very, very hard. But it's important that you balance things out and you don't kind of run away with yourself. And you'll see why I say that. So your overall energy is the King of Swords. And so the King of Swords, for a lot of you, it represents you. It represents the fact that you're working really hard on mastering your skills, mastering your projects, mastering your education, mastering your understanding of yourself and spirituality in the world. This is talking about a lot of hard work. This is talking about looking at the details and situations. The King of Swords is a very perfectionist character. And this is also telling me that this is a week for communication. There's going to be a lot of communication going back and forth. Good news coming to you, some news that you're sending out into the world. The King of Swords is also talking about fair decisions, okay, and the need for fairness, the need for balance in everything you do this week. In general for you, well, all of us really just keep balance in everything you do. But this week in particular, it's important that you are fair to others, but as well to yourself, okay? And you try to balance out what you do for others and what you do for yourself. It's important. It's very important this week. In career, finances, personal projects, education, we have the Knight of Swords. And the Knight of Swords, I feel for some of you, is you rushing into something, you pushing something over the finish line, working really hard on keeping things moving, keeping things going in your career, in your work situation, improving things, perfecting things, whatever the case may be. With the Knight of Swords, this could see you making a lot of progress this week. Again, just be mindful of people around you. There may be a tendency for you this week to focus too much on the task and not so much on the people around you. And so you may seem distant or cold or disconnected to people around you just because you're so focused on the task. And so just try to be aware of that and keep the balance in everything you do and the people that surround you, how you deal with them this week. The Knight of Swords could also talk about travel for some of you. You could be traveling for work this week, or you could be traveling to meet clients. You could be traveling to meet new teachers or people in authority, okay, with the King of Swords this week. Whatever decision needs to be made this week when it comes to you and the sector of your life, it will be a fair decision. So if you have done everything right and it's by the book, by the rules and everything like that, then the decision will be made in your favor. And if maybe you haven't been putting in as much work as you should or anything like that, I feel like that will come to light and it will be brought to your attention. I'm not seeing anything negative. Okay, for the most part, things will go in your favor. But just be aware of that and try to keep everything above bar and again, be mindful of the people around you this week. When it comes to home and family, we have the Seven of Swords. So the Seven of Swords with the King of Swords for some of you means that you're waiting on a decision, you're waiting on an approval, you're waiting on communication from a person of authority or from an institution like a bank or a government institution or anything like that, or a realtor, someone helping you perfect things, someone helping you put in the details when it comes to maybe a house move. But with the Seven of Swords, this is something that you're keeping to yourself. This is something that you're not sharing with the world just yet. For others of you, I feel like whatever plans you've made with family or plans you've made about the home, around the home situation, There's going to be a need for you to be flexible this week because these plans may change. Whatever you have planned so very detailed is not going to go according to plan, and it's important that you go with the flow. It's important that you have plan B or anything like that, because otherwise you might feel stuck in this situation, and focus on the fact that things are not happening as planned and not so much on, okay, so what can I do about it and how can I continue to move forward with the situation even though this didn't happen as planned. And also kind of get out of your head a little bit. Try to just allow for flexibility. Try to allow for the unknown, okay? When it comes to your emotional life and love life, we have the Three of Wands. And the Three of Wands talks about, I want to say progress. I want to say creativity. I want to say initial results. With the Three of Wands, this could be that some of you have been traveling, and this is the week when you're going back home and you're reuniting with your partner. For others, this is you waiting for your partner to come back home, especially if they're another air sign or a fire sign. Air signs are Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and fire signs are Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This could also be taking a trip with your partner. Perhaps your partner is planning some sort of surprise trip, and that's why your plans don't go as they should, because you don't know about this surprise. Could be that. Or you're planning the surprise, and that's the element of keeping things to yourself in the home sector as well. For those of you who are single, I feel that there are options around you, but your mind is somewhere else. It could be that you're not particularly focused on love this week. You've got other things, other priorities to deal with. It could be that as well, and it could be that you're more focused on work or the home or your plans in general. And for others, you could be meeting someone new while on a trip. But again, be mindful of how you come across. You may come across as someone who's very cold and distant and not interested. So if that's the case, just try to kind of bring more lighthearted energy into the mix, and maybe smile more or something like that, just to let the other person know that you're interested or you like them or anything like that. When it comes to your health and well-being, we have the Five of Wands, and the Five of Wands is telling me that there's going to be a lot of inner conflict that you're dealing with this week, and if you're not careful, that's really going to affect your health. It could be that you are more concerned with planning everything to perfection or executing things to perfection this week, and that's putting a lot of pressure on yourself. You may be dealing with, other people and communicating with other people, interacting with other people, trying to see them, trying to get them to see eye to eye with you or anything like that. And again, I feel like this is going to be very stressful for you. Try to go with the flow more this week and try to allow for whatever needs to happen. I feel that interacting with other people is really going to be stressful for you, because you may find yourself not having the patience to deal with them, or not having the patience to wait for them to understand what you're trying to say or something like that. I feel like your mind is going a million miles a minute, and so you may be conflicted as to allowing people to keep up or explaining what you're trying to do to other people. And so again, you may feel some sort of stress from that and inner conflict, and so you may find yourself having a short temper or lashing out at people with the Knight of Swords as well. So just be mindful of that and kind of take a deep breath. Okay, when things are getting too much for you, or you feel like you're getting annoyed or anything like that, just take a deep breath and take a step back from the situation, kind of regroup, and then go back to the situation. When it comes to your guidance card, we have compassion. Release judgment about yourself and others and focus on the love and light that is within everyone. So this is telling you to have compassion towards yourself. In other words, don't put too much pressure on yourself. Cut yourself some slack. Give yourself a break this week. Allow yourself to just breathe, okay? Just relax for a little bit. I feel like there's going to be a lot going on and you may be overthinking everything. So just give yourself a break. And this is also telling you to have compassion for those around you. So again, this is asking you to be mindful of your interaction with other people. It's not to say that you don't have compassion for them. It's just to say that you may come across as someone who's cold and calculated. This is also telling you to avoid drama and avoid gossip. And just stay focused on what matters, okay? And try to see the best in people, even though it may be difficult at times. Just try to see the best in people. Try to be a role model, okay? Set the tone, and not allow for drama or gossip to overwhelm you this week. Again, there's a sense of balance. There's a sense of finding inner peace that comes through the card as well. So there you have it. These are your messages for the week. I hope you enjoyed the reading. I hope it makes sense and it helps. Thank you for being here. Hope you have a great week, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.